conditions-wise. So yeah, I think that was a good prep to face a lot of spin. I expect Pakistan to bowl a lot of spin tomorrow, so yeah, we had some good prep against that.
Going once, I'm not seeing any hands up. All right, we'll move over to Zoom. Our colleagues online, thank you so much for your patience. It is your time now. Please use the hand raise function to ask a question. For those, thank you so much. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Lisa. How's it going? No, I guess this is, the most important bit of the prep that everybody going to the UAE. If you had to identify two, three things that you think you need to work on or at least sharpen up before that tournament, what would they be?
I think the first one we'd like to sharpen up on is probably our fielding. I think that's always such a key aspect in tournaments like these. I think the best fielding sides often find themselves within the top four. And then with the bat, I think last time we were in Pakistan, we scored around 150 in all 3 games and just didn't win all 3 of them, I think. So yeah, we've been chatting a lot about finding that extra 10 to 20 runs to hopefully put their batting side under a bit of more pressure. Yeah, and just tighten up a bit on our bowling plans as well.
Another question for those, or good?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, very exciting young player. Hopefully she gets a game. I think that'll be awesome, especially if we have her in mind playing in the T20 World Cup, depending on how slow conditions are and how spin goes in those conditions. But yeah, I think it would be awesome for her to get a game within the series to get a taste of international cricket before we head over. But yeah, she's been very exciting. Faced her a couple of times in the nets, and I feel like she has a good control for such a young leg spinner. So very exciting for the future, and yeah, hopefully she gets as much game time as she can.
Awesome, thank you for those. Keenan, thanks for your patience, brother. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Lisa. Hi, Dora.
Hi.
Just speaking about the team and opposition on the other side, just after you say you are to your final 11 or knowing that you final 11 for the first match of the World Cup?
I think pretty close. Obviously, we have a few newer faces in the squad, 2 or 3 changes to what we had in India. So yeah, I think it'll be great for some of those younger players to get a chance just to see what they have to offer, especially with the spin. I think the selection of the squad, obviously with the subcontinent in mind, we've got a couple of young spinners in. But yeah, I think a lot of it also depends on the opposition on the day and where we're playing on the day. But yeah, I think we would be fairly close to having the final side in mind.
Thank you.
And then just
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
And then just the conditions.
Oh, Keenan, we've lost you there a bit. The conditions?
But you expect that to be considered
What do we expect the conditions to be in UAE? Well, I think it's pretty much neutral territory for everyone, which is in a way a nice thing. But yeah, I think from what I've heard, it's a bit on the slower side. I was there for that Fairbreak tournament a couple of years ago, and the pitches played all right, a bit slower than normal, but I think it was still a pretty fair contest between bat and ball. But yeah, I think as the tournament goes on, obviously just playing at the 2 venues, maybe spin will come into play a bit more at the end, which is what we had in mind with the younger spinners.
Thank you so much, Keenan. Obi, please go ahead with it.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Just since the last World Cup, the T20 side doesn't have the best of outings in the few seasons that they've played. So I just wanted to know, for just for this series, are you planning using it to get momentum and consistency as you head to the World Cup?
Yeah, obviously the last time we were here, and most of the time since then, we haven't played our best T20 cricket. But I'm very excited for the series, mainly just to see how far we've come in the last year. I think it'll be sort of a great judge to see if the work that we've been doing behind the scenes is working, and the messaging that we've been speaking about as a group. I would love to see that sort of come through within the series, and for us to find that extra 10 to 20 runs and defend that extra little bit in the field. So yeah, very important series. Also just to get up and running again. Obviously we haven't played much since the India series, but yeah, very keen for us to get going.
Thank you. All good. Any takers for the last one before we wrap up? All right. Thank you so much online. Just one more question from the floor before we call it. So,
Now Stadium is going to host their first ever tournament and of any format. So what's your take on history books? We always talk about the team game. Second question, we always talk about the team game, but individually you have been named player of the year for soccer. How that much going to boost you as a captain for the T20 World Cup and this series particularly?
Yeah, obviously very special getting to play here. I think it's always awesome to be part of sort of a historic moment of being part of the first game at this venue, which I think is very special. And the awards, obviously very special, special evening. Didn't really expect it to go that way. But yeah, had a good season, and it was nice to sort of reflect on that season. But obviously it all starts afresh now. So I have to sort of start from square one and hopefully put up some good performances in the World Cup.
thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
That is us for today. We'll be sure